Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Alex and I'm so happy you're here. So today's video is essentially a combination of skincare and makeup favorites that I've not been able to put down in the last 2 months or so. So a lot of these items, the makeup ones at least, I am actually wearing today, and I'm obsessed with how my makeup turned out. I wish I would have filmed this look, but I did not. Alas, I'm still gonna chat through kind of all the items that have just been, things I've not been able to put down. So if you're excited to see some of my favorites, just keep on watching. Okay, let's start with skincare just because that's what I'm feeling right now. So the first thing that I want to talk about is my Mad Hippie Vitamin C Serum. So here's the deal with skincare. One, I'm not an esthetician, I'm not a dermatologist, but you know, I really do enjoy skincare and I like understanding like what I'm putting on my face and how it kind of plays into my routine. So yeah, I do enjoy using a vitamin C serum in the morning as a part of my skincare routine. And you know, it's supposed to have brightening properties and like smoothing-ish properties on the skin. And this is my third or fourth vitamin C serum that I've ever tried, and I think it's my favorite so far. I think that it does something. Like I feel like with skincare, it's so hard to like know if it's actually doing something over time, but I do feel like this one is doing something for my skin. I don't know, I really like it. I think it smells, it has like this really clean smell. I don't know how to explain it other than that, but it's like a very clean smell. And yeah, I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's doing something for my skin. I'm about either, I think I'm like maybe 2/3 of the way done with it. So I've only got about 1/3 left, and it's always challenging. It's like, should I repurchase it or should I try another brand to keep on, you know, trying different ones? But I don't know. I really enjoy this one and I highly recommend it, and I've been loving it. So yeah. Up next is my eye cream. This is the Clinique All About Eyes cream, and I want to say I have very little left. I'm like almost out, and I have bought another eye cream to try next. That's the Fourth Ray Beauty one. So while I will not be repurchasing this one quite yet, I love it. It's thick, it's creamy, it sits really nice under makeup. I use it both in the morning and at night, and I really like it. I have a lot of fine lines under my eyes. I'm starting to see, you know, a few crow's feet. The inevitable passing of time, friends. Like, I'm getting older, and you know, you can see it in my skin. And yeah, I think that this eye cream is awesome. Like, it doesn't smell like anything. It doesn't, I feel like it doesn't say like great claims or all these ingredients that it has in it, but you know what? It makes my under eyes look and feel really nice. So yeah, I've been loving it, and I will be sad the day it's over. Up next is something that I kind of picked up on a whim when I was at Target, and that is this Pacifica Wake Up Beautiful mask. So honestly, this purchase from Pacifica, I think is what it's ignited, what's ignited my love for Pacifica. More than actually, I don't know, I've always really liked Pacifica, and then getting this I feel like was a turning point where I was like, you know what, I need to pay more attention to their products because I feel like they're amazing. So this, you know, it is called a Sleepover mask. It's essentially just a really thick moisturizer that I use about once or twice a week if my skin is feeling extra dry, and I love it. It doesn't smell like anything, and it's just like thick. But it does soak in fairly well. I mean, you can feel like you have a thick moisturizer on because, hi, it's really thick. But I don't know, I love it. I think the day after, I always wake up with like the softest skin, and I'm into it. I really love it. I'm really enjoying Pacifica. You guys are gonna see in an upcoming video of my skincare routine that I've incorporated, you know, over the last few months, a lot of Pacifica products. And honestly, this was the turning point. I love it. I highly recommend it. I think you should pick it up. The last skincare item that I want to talk about is honestly super unexpected, and it is this Dr. Rogers Restore Healing Balm. So I think I've told this story before in a video, but I don't know, it's all blurring together now. But essentially, I had some friends in town. They went and got a tattoo, and the tattoo artist gave her this healing balm to heal her tattoo. And he gave us all a little sample. I went with one other friend and then the girl that got the tattoo. And he casually said, oh, by the way, this is really great for your lips. And I didn't really think much of it, and I kind of stashed it away. And one day I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I remember that guy, you know, said that this was good for your lips. And I gave it a try, and oh my God, this thing is amazing. Like, it's like a thick chapstick. It's like in a squeezy tube, so it comes out in a tube, and I'm obsessed with it. I think it is unreal. Like, it literally moisturizes your skin beautifully. It sinks in, so your lips don't feel really goopy. Like, I have the Laneige sleep mask, which I like it. I think it smells beautiful, but it feels a little goopy. This one does not feel goopy at all, but this one is not scented. And yeah, I think that when I'm done with this little one, I've been like cherishing it. Like, I only use it like once a week just because I love it so much. I think I'm going to buy a full tube of it and use that as like a sleep mask for my lips, because I have noticed that especially in the summer, my lips just get really dry, and it's nice to go to bed feeling like my lips are moisturized and then waking up with like fresh lips. So yeah, love this. Okay, I'm gonna move on to makeup. So let's see. First, I'm kind of going in the order of how I do my face. So honestly, shout out to the Peripera ink corrector in Peach. This has become like a staple in my makeup routine, and I use this to color correct my under eye circles before using concealer. And the reason I do that is that because even though a concealer, like when they say they're full coverage, which they are normally, if they say they're full coverage, they are, I have found that for me to get full coverage on my super dark under eye circles, I need to pack on a lot of concealer. And then what happens is that the concealer sinks into my fine lines and looks cakey and gross. And then when I set it, it's like way too much like cream product with the powder, and then it just does not, it's not becoming. Not a good look for me. So I found that if I just use a little bit of a peach corrector and then a little less concealer, my under eyes look even more corrected than if I just use concealer, and I can get away using a lot less product, and then my under eyes don't look cakey. So I feel like peach correctors, I'm like on a mission to find the most incredible peach corrector. But so far, this one is really doing the trick for me. I like really want to get the Bobbi Brown one. I think it's, yeah, the Bobbi Brown one. I really want to try it, but it's expensive. But I don't know, maybe if I put in a little order in Sephora, maybe I'll get it. Let me tell you, the last video I filmed, I'll link it up here in the eye, was when I went through and like racked up $1,000 in my Sephora cart, and now I want everything. And one of the things that I added in there was the Bobbi Brown corrector. But anyway, nonetheless, I do love this Peripera one. I think that it does an incredible job. And yeah, I'm obsessed with it, and I'm so happy I picked it up. And when I got it, it was 50% off. So win, win, win. Okay, up next, kind of going with that theme, is this concealer. This is the NYX Born to Glow concealer. I am obsessed with this. I think it is an incredible concealer. I feel like it's kind of underrated. Like, I don't see that many people using it, and I don't know why. I am wearing it today. Oh, by the way, I am wearing this under this today. So I think that this is the most amazing concealer. It is brightening, but not too brightening. It's creamy, but it doesn't slip off. It's a really good coverage. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like full coverage. Like maybe my e.l.f. Camo Concealer is probably more full coverage than this one, but nonetheless, I love this concealer. I will repurchase it when it runs out. I feel like I'm kind of running low already. The one thing I will say that I don't like about this concealer is the packaging. It essentially has this sponge, and you squeeze up the product and the sponge gets wet, and then you kind of dab it on. I don't know what the deal is with this kind of packaging. Like, I don't know if there's a reason why makeup brands choose this kind of packaging. I think it's kind of gross. The packaging gets gross. Like, it's like impossible to not get concealer like everywhere. But the product is excellent, and I definitely will repurchase this. The next two items, and I only grabbed one of them, and then I had to pick up the other because I'm obsessed with both of them, and every day it's a debate which one I should use. And these are these two setting powders. So on one hand, I've got my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder, and this is in the shade One Fair. And then the other one is the e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder in the shade Fair Light. These are both amazing. And obviously they're very two different ends of the cost spectrum. This one is not cheap. I want to say, I'll have how much it is down in the description box, but if it's not $50, it's really close to $50, like in the high 40s, but I want to say it's like 50 something dollars, so not cheap. And then this e.l.f. one's $6. And I have to say, they're both amazing. I love them both. I don't know if they're dupes for each other, but I will say this. Every time I use either of these, regardless of what concealer I have under, my under eyes look good. And I don't know. Like, honestly, obviously, the Charlotte Tilbury packaging is like, I think it's prettier and it feels a little more sturdy, and the mirror in here is really nice. But the e.l.f. one is not bad, man. Like, this is not awful packaging. The e.l.f. one has kind of like the little pocket to put the little sponge that I don't use. I use another sponge or a brush. But yeah, both of these are just so good. And obviously, if you only wanted to get one of them, like, get the e.l.f. one because it's like so much cheaper. But honestly, the Charlotte Tilbury one is also amazing. This is my only Charlotte Tilbury product. I might splurge for another one soon. Maybe. We'll see. My birthday's coming up and it might be treat yourself to, you know, a little bit of a Sephora haul. But yeah, both of these are so good and I highly recommend them. Okay, up next are two face products that I've had for a really long time, but I feel like I've kind of like re-fallen in love with them. And that is the Hoola bronzer and the Coralista blush, both by Benefit. I bought these at the same time and it feels like forever ago. I like maybe 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I don't know, it was a long time ago, but I love them both. And here's the deal with Hoola. I'm wearing it today. I'm also wearing the Coralista blush. Oh my god, I'm awful. I didn't tell you guys what I was wearing. I am wearing the Peripera Corrector, the NYX Born to Glow Concealer, and I'm wearing the Charlotte Tilbury one, not the e.l.f. one, but I had to get the e.l.f. one to kind of talk about both of them. But anyway, I am wearing both Hoola and Coralista, and they're so good. Okay, so Hoola is a matte bronzer. Let me show you. And here's the deal with it. It's a little dark. It's a little dark for me, so I like wearing it during the summer when I have color. I don't love Hoola in the winter on me. I feel like it's just too stark of a contrast, and it's kind of hard to use a light hand of Hoola. I find it to be quite a powdery bronzer, so when you dip your brush, a lot of product comes out, or at least mine is like that. So it's kind of that kind of bronzer that you kind of go ham with it because it's kind of the only way to apply it. But for the summer when I'm tan or tanner than normal, like right now I have a little bit of a sunburn, but I do have color right now. This is me tan. Hoola is perfect and I love it and it blends beautifully and it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous bronzer. And then Coralista is a beautiful kind of shimmery corally blush, but it's like the finest shimmer and it smells so good. There's like the faintest smell. I can't even put my finger on what the smell is. It just smells nice and I love it. And honestly, I really want to find a drugstore dupe for this. So if you know of a drugstore dupe for Coralista, do let me know. I love this blush. I've been using it nonstop. I normally use it without highlighter because I feel like this is kind of like a blush and highlighter all in one. But I am wearing a highlighter today, but this I use all the time without a highlighter and I just think it's beautiful. So yeah. Okay, up next is the eyeshadow palette that I have not been able to put down and I'm wearing it today and I'm obsessed with this look, and that is my Aether Beauty Rose Quartz palette. This, I need to open it and look at it again. I cannot believe how beautiful this palette is. It kind of has, in my opinion, two kind of distinct color stories. It has kind of the pinkies and then more of the grays. And today I'm wearing a lot of these pink shadows. For shimmer, I went in with this one, and I used this one in the crease. This darker matte here to kind of deepen up the crease a little bit. And this shade, which is called Stardust, it is the most beautiful inner corner and brow highlight that I've ever tried, I think. This palette is just the quality of it is exceptional. The shades are beautiful. Like, I can't get over it. Like, this is the palette that I want to reach for every single day. Like, I have to stop myself and use other things because it's just gorgeous. I like knew I was gonna love it, but I didn't realize how much I was gonna love it. And I just love Aether Beauty. Like, this palette, it doesn't have a mirror, it has no magnets, it is just all cardboard, it's very eco-friendly, it is clean, it is female owned, and I just love it so much. I want to buy other things from Aether, but it's not cheap, I will say. This palette, I want to say, is like $58, which is not cheap, okay? Like, normally I'm more of a drugstore girl, but sometimes I like to splurge, and this was absolutely worth the splurge. Okay, we are nearing the end of my list. Let me do the last eye item, and that is I'm kind of late to the show, okay? I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm late to the show because all of a sudden I've fallen in love with the Anastasia Dip Brow. So I have been a pencil girl literally since I started filling in my brows, which was actually not that long ago. It's just one of those things. Like, I never really plucked my brows in high school, and then I never got into the filling them in bandwagon until recently. I've just always been generally happy with my brows, and I still don't really pluck them or anything like that, but I do like to fill them in to kind of make them a little bit more bold, but I just follow my natural eyebrow shape. And I don't know, I had always used pencils because it felt easy, and sometimes I do use like a brow gel for like the easiest look ever. But I've really gotten into this pomade. I feel like it's much more eco-friendly because those pencils, man, I feel like you run out of them so quickly and they're all plastic. Whereas this is a really nice glass container and I've been using this nonstop and I've barely made a dent. Like, if I ever run out of this, that's gonna be insane. Like, I don't know, I feel like this is like the gift that keeps on giving, or it's gonna feel that way forever. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I got it in the shade Taupe, and I have found that Taupe in general works well for me. My hair is definitely like a very ashy light brown, so anything in the color Taupe is normally what I go for because I found that that just suits me well. And then in terms of a brush, I am a little bit of a cheapskate, okay? And I didn't want to buy the Anastasia super expensive brow kind of brush, so I did get this one from ColourPop when it was on sale, so I think it was 50% off, already a very reasonable price. It's just the E14 brush, which essentially is the brush and the spoolie, and I'm obsessed. I never thought I would be a pomade girl, but here we are. I lied. That was not the last item I would like to discuss. The last one is this Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Totally got this on a whim from Amazon when I was buying groceries through Amazon Fresh, and I'm very pleasantly surprised with this mascara. In general, mascara, I don't know, I must have like very oily eyelids, which is kind of weird because my face is not really oily. But anyway, most mascaras kind of just look gross at the end of the day. Like, I get mascara, it gets everywhere. Like, it's not flaky. It just like literally like all of my, like my crease just gets all like black and gross, and I really don't like that. It's not a becoming look. But I have found that this mascara gives me kind of the lashes that I want, which are like the bigger the better. And it doesn't do that. It doesn't get gross. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I definitely will keep on trying other drugstore mascaras to see if they're just as good because, you know, Maybelline is not cruelty-free. And while I am not an exclusively cruelty-free kind of person, I do strive to move in that direction. But yeah, loving it. It's a good one. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about is the combo that I've been wearing on my lips kind of nonstop, and it is these two. So they're both from NYX, and it is the NYX lip pencil in the shade Peekaboo Neutral, and then the NYX matte lipstick in the shade Eurotrash. These are supposed to be dupes for Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and I've told myself that if I go through both of these, I will buy myself the Charlotte Tilbury ones. But I love it. I feel like for me, it is like the perfect pink. I like it a lot. I think that it's very becoming. It's almost like my lips but better, but not really because my lips are not this pink naturally, but I really like it. Like, I feel like my lips just look absolutely beautiful. They stay really well on all day. It's really comfortable. It doesn't feel drying at all on the lips. Sometimes I will top it with a little bit of pink gloss just to give it an extra oomph. But today I'm just wearing just the two of these, and I don't know, I like love it. Like, I am actually on the hunt, and this is where I need you guys to help out here. I am on the hunt for a perfect nude. I'm good at picking out pinks for myself and browns, but nudes, I don't know where to start. So I was thinking that since I know I love the formula of these two, I'm picking up another NYX lip pencil and lipstick bullet for a nude to try to decide, like, what kind of nude do I like the most? Do I like it to be more like an orangey nude, a pinky nude, a brownie nude? I don't know. Like, I feel like I haven't discovered like my perfect nude lipstick, and I am on the search for that. But anyway, that is it. Those are kind of the products that I've been using non-stop the last 2 months or so. I just love all of these. I think that they're all excellent. You know, as I'm looking at this, it's definitely like a mix of high end, but also drugstore. And yeah, I just love kind of finding new things that I can't stop using. So yeah, maybe in 2 months, you know, this will look completely different, or I'll just talk about the same things because I haven't found anything better. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. It means so much to me. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, friend.